Hello, this is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, or iHeartRadio. This is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan. Alright, we got some good stuff today. Still being held captive on Aaron Rodgers. I will tell you my seeding predictions for the playoffs. I'm not going to give you my full predictions, but my seeding ones. Yeah, but really, this is another podcast filled with Aaron Rodgers drama. So, let's start off with Rodgers drama. The only way to start it off, right? So, the Packers are going to explore adding quarterbacks in case this Rodgers situation isn't resolved. Now, it's been clear always Rodgers is not Green Bay material. He wanted to go to San Francisco. He's a cool California guy, you know. Very aspirational. Like Tom Brady this offseason was probably looking at film. Rodgers was doing Jeopardy. So, I mean, there's a clear difference there. Like, Brady's very aspirational. Rodgers is very, he's the cool athlete that's just good at football. Like I said yesterday, I don't think he's defined by football. I think he's just really good at it. Really good at it. I think Brady's defined by football, and he's good at it. Clearly. Because he doesn't have any more to prove. He's done. He has 7 rings. But it's not about having anything to prove. But he's defined by football. That's the point. So, I wouldn't fire Gutekunst because Gutekunst is Green Bay. He is Green Bay material. Very Midwestern. He's Green Bay material. Rodgers is not Green Bay. He's a California guy. And I think he'd fit the Broncos well. I don't know if he'd be good for the Broncos, though. So, that leads me to my next topic, which is, hold on. So, the Broncos are, like, the favorites to land Rodgers right now, and it's not terrible, it's not a bad fit. Elway loves these quarterbacks that are, like, cool and very athletic. That's why I don't think Teddy Bridgewater will be getting a start in Denver, because he's not that athlete that Elway's looking for. Look at the quarterbacks he's drafted since Peyton Manning. He had Paxton Lynch. Paxton Lynch was a quarterback. An athlete, my bad. He was an athlete. And he has Drew Lock, another athlete. Very cool and casual, but he's an athlete. And, George Payton would do fine. And they can get, like, a bargain for Rodgers, And George Payton will do fine even if he finishes 4th next year. George Payton does not have his job in jeopardy at all. Vic Fangio will be gone if he finishes 4th next year, because, I said this yesterday. Doug Peterson and Anthony Lynn got fired, obviously, and they are better coaches than Vic Fangio is. He's bad. They should have gotten rid of him last year, but they didn't. They're giving him another year. So if he finishes 4th, he'll be out. But George Payton, he won't be fired. George Payton, he can get a very big package for Rodgers here. He can get Rodgers, what I mean. Like, he can get Rodgers, and he doesn't have to give away. They have assets to give away. They do. Even though that would take away from the weaponry Rodgers would have, he like on the Broncos side of things, it's amazing, especially George Payton. I don't think it should. I really don't think it should. They should really get rid of Vic Fangio. You know, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm so confused with this Rodgers thing. I mean, I've processed it already. I mean, I'm processing it, you know. But I really don't know who side I'm on, because stories keep coming out. So I don't know who I want to take. I don't know whose side I want to take. But I don't know if the Broncos will be right for Aaron Rodgers. If he wants to win now, he can't. He has to probably stay with Green Bay if he wants to win now. I really think so. Alright. That's what I gotta say about that. Also, I'm gonna do Rodgers or for the guy in the next 10 years. I'm doing 10 years this time, not 5. Or no, sorry, I am doing 5. Sorry. It's just in my head because Colin Cowherd did the same thing today. And he extended it to 10 years. I mean, I'm keeping it at 5. Anyway, my playoff predictions. I'm just predicting the division standings. I'm not going to predict what's going to happen in the playoffs or their records. So I think for the AFC East, Buffalo first, Miami second, New England third, Jets fourth. That, to me, seems pretty obvious. Buffalo's clearly the best team in the division. Miami's going to be better. New England is just a better team than the Jets right now. In the maybe not in the next couple of years, but right now, Jets are not as good as New England. In the AFC North, I'm going to give Baltimore the 1, Cleveland the 2, and then the 3 and 4 is obvious. Steelers third, Bengals fourth. I'm giving the Ravens a slight edge on the Browns because, I just like the Ravens. I think they're in a better position than the Browns right now. Even though I think the Browns are like resurging right now, like they're a resurgent team right now. They're on track to be better than the Ravens in a couple years, but this year I think the Ravens are gonna have a slight edge on them, maybe by like 1 or 2 games. In the AFC South, the Colts will finish first over the Titans. I think the Titans are going to fall off a bit. Not too much, but a bit. Because they're losing Arthur Smith, who is definitely a big impact on Ryan Tannehill doing well. And the Colts no longer have an unathletic quarterback who's just going to sit there in the pocket. And, they upgraded their defense, which was already good. And their O-line, arguably the best in the league. And Jonathan Taylor is the real deal, I think. And Carson Wentz is reunited with Frank Reich, so who knows what's going to happen there. And then third and fourth, I got the Jags in third and the Texans in fourth. Even if Deshaun Watson starts, I think they're still going to finish fourth because Deshaun Watson's just not going to be happy there, and it's going to be a crappy team chemistry. Now, I think this one's obvious. I think Chiefs finish first. Chargers finish second. Denver finishes fourth. My bad. I gotta switch it up. And the Raiders finish third. Unless they get Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what would happen then. That would change everything. But that's my predictions there. The NFC East is interesting. Dallas, I would give number 1 right now because they have the best offense in the league. and well, not in the league. Did I say in the league? I meant in the division. And they did upgrade their defense a bit in the draft. I think Washington finishes second. They could easily finish first because they are a more well-constructed team than Dallas. But I don't like what they did with their quarterback with having Fitzpatrick there. I would like to see someone else there. I think Washington would be a great place for Rodgers. I think you can win a Super Bowl there, Aaron Rodgers, with the football team. I think so. He can easily win the division there. That's an easy win. If Rodgers goes there, it's a cruise. The problem is what happens when they run into the Bucs. And then third, I think, is the Giants, and fourth, I think, is the Eagles. It's a tough call, though. The NFC East is tough because of how bad it is. But I think I'd say Washington and Dallas tie, and then New York finishes third, and Philadelphia finishes fourth. In the NFC North, I'm unsure. I know the Packers are going to be number one. Because I don't know what's going to happen with Rodgers. This is really a question mark. But if the rosters remain how they are now, the Packers are going to finish first. I think Vikings finish second. It all depends on when they throw in Justin Fields. Because they're going to throw it in. It's just a matter of when. So whenever they throw in Justin Fields, is how I'll determine if they finish second or third. So, and a better statement would be, second and third are the Vikings and Bears. Those are the second and third. And then the two easy ones right now are the Packers at 1 and the Lions at 2. At 4, my bad. But if the Packers lose Aaron Rodgers, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I think this is easy too. Bucks finished first. They went 8-0 last year. Once they figured everything out. Saints are gonna finish second still. Even with Jameis Winston at their quarterback. Atlanta third. Panthers fourth. I like Sam Darnold, but I don't think he's beating out any of these guys right now. Then we got Rams first. Niners second. Seattle third, and Cardinals fourth. And the reason I put the Cardinals at 4 is because I think Kyler Murray just has, he's the third best quarterback in the division. Because the best is Wilson, the second best is Stafford, the third best is Murray. And then the worst is Garoppolo. But Murray is the least experienced out of all these guys. And Cliff Kingsbury is the worst coach. So I think they finished fourth. Rams at 1 is a tough call, but I got them at 1. Niners at 2, and Cardinals at 3. So the playoff picture would then look like this. The Chiefs are the 1 seed. Bills are the 2nd seed. Ravens are the 3rd seed. Colts are the 4th seed. Browns are the 5th seed. Titans 6th. Miami 7th. I'm not going to fill out my playoff bracket now, but I'll keep that in mind in case I ever feel like filling it out. In the NFC, it would be 1 Bucks, 2 Packers, 3 Rams, 4 Cowboys, 5 Niners, 6 Cardinals, 7 Seattle. Right, I'll keep that in mind. So that's what it would look like based on my predictions. So just let that sink in. Alright, let's get some music going here. And again, people criticize people for not getting the finals right or anything, but it's not easy because it's barring injuries, which always happen, and you can't really predict an injury, and you can't predict if there's going to be any trades. I've got the Packers at 1 right now, but that could easily be the Vikings or Bears.